Hello, everyone. Old Cancer Annie reporting from Tucson, per usual. I'm kind of just going to do a little cancer potpourri because this has been the roughest week by far for me. And I want to be honest about this experience and hopefully help anybody who might have to go through some of the same steps that I've gone through. What I'll say is that who I was a month ago is much different than who I am now. I kind of went into this whole chemo treatment with a lot of naivete, because the first round didn't really hit me that hard. I hadn't lost my hair. I wasn't nauseous. I was, feeling okay, still able to eat a ton because of steroids. I thought that that's how every round was going to be, but this week has proven that I was sorely mistaken. My symptoms are plentiful. They're bountiful. I wrote on a friend's page the other day that it feels like every day is a new advent calendar where I open up a new chemo symptom. The lethargy was bad for the first 2 rounds, but now it is hand, foot, mouth. It's gotten a lot better, but I have pretty significant blisters on my hands and my feet. Runny nose, runny eyes, but dry nose as well. I have some sores on my nose from no longer having nasal hair. Blisters in my mouth. And now I'm having an issue not being able to be away from the bathroom for too long. That's starting today. And the steroids are keeping me up. So last night I got 2 hours of sleep, but they put me on more steroids for my hands. So that is keeping me up at night. So I'm a hot mess. I am a shit show right now. But I think the reason that I wanted to share those symptoms, to be honest, but I also wanted to share something that I went through a few days ago. And my kids are playing soccer in the backyard, so I apologize if there's balls audibly bouncing. It was, I think, Thursday of last week after I'd finished the rest of my TCHP treatment. And I have had just an influx of things come to me from people. Very much appreciated, but so much stuff in such a short period of time that I didn't know where to put it. So I was getting, I got a lot of hard candies for like nausea. And lots of pairs of socks and lotions and blankets and, a ton of stuff, head wraps, people being super generous, but I just didn't know what to do with it all. And, just piling up on my dresser, piling up in the living room. And I felt just overwhelmed by the stuff. We have a lot of stuff anyway. I consider myself a minimalist, but you wouldn't know it. There's just stuff everywhere. And on this Thursday, the steroids were super, super strong, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to sleep. It's called dexamethasone. That's the steroid that they put me on. And in some of the cancer pages, they call it the big dex energy, and then there's a joke that at like 2 a.m, every, chemo laden patient is up cleaning their kitchen at 2 a.m. because the steroids just wire them and make them high as a kite. Started to experience that on this Thursday. And I went over to my dresser and I opened a drawer that has all of my like pretty feminine things, like lacy bras with underwire or, sleep outfits that aren't necessarily comfortable, but they look pretty. A lot of like first year marriage stuff that I had in this drawer. And I took the drawer out of the dresser and I dumped it all onto the bed. And this was late. It was like probably 11:30. And my husband was looking at me like through sleepy eyes, and he was just like, oh great, here we go. Here comes the weird Herculean energy with the steroids. But I emptied out all of these beautiful things that 2 months ago made me feel like a woman, made me feel like feminine and pretty, and like to feel beautiful with my husband, or just with myself, like pretty underwear and bras that I could wear, and feel confident in. And I took everything that had frills and everything that had lace and everything that had underwire or if was binding at all in any way, and I put it all in a plastic bag and I put it in my closet, because I know that I'm not going to wear any of those things right now. Not because I don't want to feel pretty, but it's just not comfortable and it's not logical. And every time I would open that drawer or go to reach for that drawer, it was making me mourn that girl. And so I took all of it out and I put a couple shoe boxes in there. And I put all of my new, like, supportive cotton sports bras on one side. And then I put all of my head wraps on the other. And there was something so much more beautiful about that than any of the frills or the lace or the ribbons of the stuff that I took out, because I'm no longer a girl. And that's what this disease does to us women. It makes us women. It makes us fighters, and it makes us realize what's really important. And that's something that I wanted to share with people who are stepping into this journey. I hate to call that a journey, this trip, this experience, that don't delay doing that. Don't let things that you're not using right now take up your headspace. Put them away. I put all of my hair stuff away, my brushes, my shampoo, like all of the stuff that I know that is not going to serve me on this journey. I put them away. Not that I want to forget about the girl I was before this, but because I need to focus on the woman that I am right now during it. And right now I'm exhausted and it's hard, and I do miss a lot, but it's the little victories like that where I don't push back on it that make me feel the most powerful. So accepting these symptoms, knowing that, yeah, the poison is wreaking havoc on my body, but hopefully it's wreaking havoc in the right spots, mainly here. So if you're going through this, just consider that. Consider not having the stuff pile up around your house and have it feel overwhelmed. Find a new place for it. Replace things that are no longer serving you and are no longer having a place in your life, and replace them with the things that are making sense for you right now. I am all about comfort. I'm all about feeling well in my body as much as I can. And I encourage you to do the same thing. That's my update for now. I feel like the kids are coming in and they're gonna tear down my door any second. So I love you all, and this is the real nitty-gritty of the cancer journey, and I'm happy that you're sharing it with me.